This video is created by Nihar Dash from YouTube. This video is created by Nihar Dash from YouTube. 11 types of eggplants to know, written by Nihar Dash for public domain purpose only. This summer, if you think you don't like eggplant, it's likely haven't tried the right variety yet. Types of eggplants to know and grow. This summer, if you think you don't like eggplant, it's likely haven't tried the right variety yet. When sharing their thoughts on eggplants, my coworkers ran the gamut from gross and pointless to one of my favorites. Why is it that this vegetable, though, botanically speaking, it's actually a berry, is so divisive? Could it be its spongy, meaty texture? Or its bitter flavor? 1. Chinese eggplant. Purple Chinese eggplant stacked on top of each other. Credit Stieglitz Getty Images. Chinese eggplant, not to be confused with the similar-looking Japanese eggplant, has a long narrow body with a light to mid-toned purple exterior and white flesh. Because it has fewer seeds than the familiar globe American variety, it's less bitter in taste. Its relatively uniform, slender shape makes the Chinese eggplant perfect for slicing into rounds and sautéing, like in this hot and sour Chinese eggplant. Or give them a try in this eggplant with garlic sauce. Fun fact, China is far and away the largest producer of eggplants, accounting for over 63% of the world's production, according to data from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. 2. Fairytale eggplant. Fairytale eggplants in woven biscuit. Credit David Spearmoretta. These enchanting eggplants live up to their name. With a stunning purple and white striped exterior, fairytale eggplants have a sweet and tender flesh. They take well to grilling, and thanks to their palm-sized proportions, they have a very quick cook time. Related, the fairytale eggplant is a dream to cook with. 3. Globe American eggplant. Globe American eggplants on vinaigrette. Kindra Clinoff Moretta. If you grew up in the States, globe eggplants, also called American eggplants, are probably what you're used to. They're the kind you're most likely to find at the supermarket. They have a short, squatty shape and a deep purple color. It's a great all-purpose eggplant, thanks to its meaty texture that makes it a great protein substitute, like in your classic eggplant parmesan. 4. Graffiti Zebra Sicilian eggplant. Graffiti zebra eggplants on vine. The graffiti eggplant, also called zebra or Sicilian eggplant, has a similar coloring to fairytale eggplants, with its mottled purple and white striping. Because their seeds are small and as thin, graphites are great for eating whole or pureeing. Or use them anywhere you would globe eggplants. 5. Indian eggplant. Indian eggplant stacked in a pelliculated, Inigo FDZ de Pinedo Getty Images, also called baby eggplants. These adorable nightshades resemble grapes or cherries. They have a dark, reddish-purple color and a round shape. They're commonly used in Indian dishes like curry. 6. Italian eggplant. Italian eggplants on vinaigrette. Lindsteiner Meredith. Not to be confused with its doppelganger, the globe eggplant. The Italian eggplant has a similar color and shape, but is slightly smaller and sweeter. Plus, it has a more tender flesh than its meatier American counterpart. You can of course use it anywhere you would use globe eggplant, but we would also recommend using it in Italian dishes like eggplant caponata, parmigiana di melanzane, and more. Related, 18 Italian eggplant recipes you love. 7. Japanese eggplant. Were Japanese eggplants on white background. Credit Blaine Motes Meredith. Similar to the Chinese eggplant, the Japanese eggplant has a slender long shape, but it tends to have a deeper purple color. They cook quickly, making them excellent candidates for stir-fries. Try them in this spicy eggplant stir-fry. Plus, their subtly sweet flavor will meld nicely with any flavor pairing. 8. Little green eggplant. Little green eggplants on vinaigrette. Clint Vorlinger Moretta. This is a plump, pale green eggplant, and its flesh takes on an extra creamy texture when cooked. In terms of flavor, it's very mild, so use it any way you would standard eggplant. 9. Rosa bianca eggplant. Our senior editor Kimberly Holland feels especially passionate about these umber eggplants, so we'll let her tell you about them. If you steered clear of eggplant because you loathe the bitterness that sometimes finds its way into the fibrous plant, you'll be happy to meet the Rosa bianca eggplant. This Sicilian variety has a very mild, delicate flesh, and the bitterness is just nowhere to be found. It's also quite cute, if the adorableness of your produce is important. I have a hard time finding this variety locally, but when I do, I snap it up. Their small stature makes Rosa bianca eggplants excellent for grilling. 10 Thai eggplants. Small green Thai eggplants. Credit Sergio Amiti. Getty Images. Made the most atypical in appearance of all the eggplants on this list. The Thai eggplant looks like a tiny little watermelon. They have a green exterior, though it can also be white or pale yellow, with a pale pink flesh. But don't be fooled by its adorable size. Thai eggplants actually have a bitter taste due to the plethora of seeds found in its flesh. It's recommended that you remove all the seeds before cooking. Thai eggplants can be stuffed or diced and tossed in curries. 11 Types of eggplants to know. Written by Nihar Dash for public domain purpose only. This summer, if you think you don't like eggplant, it's likely haven't tried the right variety yet. Types of eggplants to know and grow. This summer, if you think you don't like eggplant, it's likely haven't tried the right variety yet. When sharing their thoughts on eggplants, my coworkers ran the gamut from gross and pointless to one of my favorites. Why is it that this vegetable, though, botanically speaking, it's actually a berry, is so divisive? Could it be its spongy, meaty texture? Or its bitter flavor?